And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and this is of Shrek 2. Yes, I said it. Shrek 2, not the movie. You guys might be wondering, oh no, we already reviewed it because you already reviewed the movie. Why are you doing it again? Why is it called a video game review? It's a movie. Well, you shut up, you dweebs. No, I'm talking about the video game Shrek 2, the video game for the PS2. Or at least I played it on PS2. It was released. Now the game says copyright 2003, but the movie didn't come out until 2004. So I'm gonna say 2004. But the correct year it came out will be in the title of the video. But yeah, I played through the whole game and just about a day. I mean, I had to do it this morning. Every time we're recording this, I did it most of it yesterday, and then did the final battle this morning because that wasn't because of the length of the game. That was because of other stuff. But yeah, it was released on the PS2, and it's just pretty much that Shrek 2, the video game. And yeah, when it says Shrek 2, the video game, it's literally like Shrek 2 in a video game. It follows the order of the movie pretty much to a T almost. There's even snapshots of the actual movie when you're done with like a level or a chapter, as it calls it. It'll show like a snapshot from the movie from that scene that you played the level in, which is pretty cool. But the story and the characters mostly follow it. Even the graphics to an extent. I mean, of course, they're not like DreamWorks animation graphics, but they're pretty somewhat close, in my opinion. For 2003, 2004, they're pretty good, in my opinion. So, they're not perfect, obviously, but they're pretty good. It's a short game, like I said. I don't think that, when it talks about like chapters or levels, it's only 11 of them, 2 of which are boss fights. So, yeah, 2 boss fights as well. That's a low amount of boss fights because you don't even fight Prince Charming's not a boss, like its own standalone boss. You fight Prince Charming twice, but he's not his own standalone boss. Puss in Boots is his own standalone boss. Then you can use him in the game after you beat him. And then the Fairy Godmother, which you fight like 3 separate times, she is the actual final boss of the game, with Prince Charming and with a bunch of other things. Make it that the final boss of the game. But yeah, it's a short game. Only 11 levels or chapters, as they call them. Every level, though, except for the 2 boss battles, are very drawn out. There's a lot of segmented elements that you have to collect and go through, tasks that you gotta complete, enemies that you gotta defeat, places that you gotta go, abilities that you gotta learn to get through the levels, and it makes it quite interesting, and it makes it more of a realistic length for the game. And I like that. I do. It got a little annoying at first, but when I said, oh shit, there's only 11 of these. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. So I think they did a good job on that part. There's good utilization of all the characters that you can play as in the game. You can have there's 4 at a time that are like walking with you, even if you are just in single player mode. I don't even know if there is a multiplayer mode. I think there is, but I don't know if there really is. I think there is a multiplayer mode, but you got Shrek, you got Fiona, you got Donkey, you get Puss in Boots after you beat him in the boss fight. You got the gingerbread guy, and then you get some other characters too. And I was going to touch on this a little bit later, but you get some other characters that really I don't think were even in the movie, and scenes as well that weren't even really in the movie that you get in this game. One big one that stands out is Little Red. Obviously, again, sorry, my chair keeps thinking Little Red Riding Hood. She is used a lot in this game. Arguably one of the more powerful characters in the game. Honestly, all the female characters are pretty powerful. Now, there's only Little Red and Fiona. Fiona's cracked, I tell you that right now. And Little Red is good as a great character too. She's a little complicated to understand her moveset, but she's pretty good once you figure that part out. But I don't even remember, like, in Shrek 2, was there little red? Was it? I don't know. There's a whole sequence with her. She's in a great majority of the game. I think every, except the beginning and the end, I think she's in every part other than that, which is, that's a lot. There's a fairy that we never see either, and there's levels that we don't see. We see the whole prison breakout in a little bit more extent. We see going through a mine. We go. There's like the fight sequence. There's like 3 fight sequences with Prince Charming and the Fairy Godmother, and then there's more stuff in the town. It's pretty good stuff. I just wonder, is it canon to the movie line? Is this game canon to the Shrek universe? That'd be pretty cool if it was, honestly. I think it could be. And then some other stuff. Now, it's not all perfect. The attack sequences, especially for like Shrek, Donkey, are very drawn out. You want to do a combo style of attack, and especially in like a boss fight or whatnot. Good luck with that, because Shrek will go in whatever direction you started attacking in. Whoever you're playing as will keep going in that direction and just be hitting at nothing and doing like a funny style dance and whatnot until they stop. It takes like 30 seconds to complete it, and by then the character could have already died. So, good luck with that one. And then, of course, there's other stuff too. The controls are a little hard to understand. Some of this very fast paced, which cannot be fun. It can be annoying at some points, but thankfully, there's no real consequences to dying. You go back to your last checkpoint, but you don't have a set amount of lives. You have a health bar. It's a very small health bar, to be honest. But there are ways to get upgrades. I didn't try that, but there are ways to upgrade. So maybe upgrade your health. I don't know. But overall, it's not big consequences for dying. You just don't want to. You don't want to quit the game mid-level, because even if you got to a checkpoint and saved your game, you have to go back to the start of the level. Always exit after you complete a level. That's my tip if you ever play this game. Just a little Pringleson PSA there. Let's see some other stuff. The hints from the Magic Mirror guy are very helpful. I would recommend getting those, because there's a lot of points in the game where I got stuck and didn't know what to complete or what to do. And he helped me out. I did have to reference a guide from when the game was originally coming out, so pre-YouTube. That's a long time for the internet. And so you can work with that, because there's not a lot of tutorial outside of the hints that you can get. So just be aware of that. The cutscenes in between the levels were funny. It's told in like this fairy tale style, as is Shrek mostly. It's told in this fairy tale style, and they do a good job with it there. It's pretty funny. Some modern ties and twists into it with the old poetic tone to it. It's really funny. It's like the movie. So it's very nice. There's a random Smokey Bear appearance near the end of the game. It's in the second to last level when you're in the town again, when it's being torn up by the big cookie guy, big gingerbread man guy. Whatever. Okay. I mean, it works. It's just really weird that they chose Smokey Bear for this game. It just baffles me. It was just a baffling sight to see. And he has an extended appearance in that level as well. He's not just in like there for like 2 minutes. He's not just there for like a cutscene or whatnot. He's there the entire time, almost the entire level, which is crazy. Now, one part that really got annoying for me, and a lot of the attack sequences were really annoying for me. Sorry, my freaking chair. The attacks were, a lot of the attacks were delayed. This is mostly apparent when you fight Puss in Boots, because it's a rhythm thing. So, think Beat Saber, Dark Realm 7, this sort of thing, but not like this. It's more of a, you got to press a certain combination of buttons at a certain time, and when the attacks are when it's delayed, the inputs are delayed, it can get annoying. Yes, So just beware of that. I'm going to play this game. And then the only other thing I have with the combat, the bombs, with the trolls that throw the bombs, it is really hard to aim the bombs. It's same with like when you round up the chickens too. It's really hard to aim and really hard to land a good shot. Especially with the trolls, they can deflect the bombs back at you from any angle. They can just swing forward, and if it's on the side, it will hit. It will move forward. That can get really annoying. But if you're patient with it, chances are, especially when there's multiple of them, see they throw a bomb at you, but it really hits another one of the trolls, you can get it figured out. It works fine. So, but overall, my overall thoughts of this game. It's a really fun game. It's okay. It's not really fun, but it's pretty fun. Pretty fun game. Short, and and pretty along lines of the movie. So know that going in. So if you like the movie, chances are you're probably gonna like the game. But I would recommend if you can find it at a good price, I'd recommend picking it up. It's a pretty good game. Might be something worth trying, especially with friends. It can be played together. So there you go. Might be a good way to bond friends for a collab game, whatnot. Who knows? Bond over some. Have a Shrek 2 on while playing the game. The movie will finish before the game is over, almost guaranteed. But have fun while you're doing it. So for my final score for Shrek 2, probably gonna have to give it a good 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 8. I'll give it 8 out of 10. It's far from a perfect game, but it's definitely an enjoyable one. Did what it needed to do. So I can't be too mad about it. If you ever played this game, though, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Did anybody get that Shark Tale game that it was promoting at the end on the bonus stuff? Did anybody caught that? It's promoting a Shark Tale game. Good times those were, huh? If anybody ever played that, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below as well. And that's going to do it for this game review. Stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other amazing stuff. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.